Hello Internet, this video is part of the home remodel playlist on Scott's Garage, where I have been remodeling room by room a home that we recently purchased. If you've watched my most previous videos, you know that I have chosen the Schluter shower system for this master bathroom remodel. In my most recent video, I installed the floor, which is the waterproof barrier between the tile and the subfloor. And this video is all about tile layout. I've done a lot of tile work over the years. I am merely a do-it-yourselfer, but I have a lot of experience with tiles. This is the first master bathroom, though, that I am doing this tile work for. And I want to share with you my rhyme and reason for the tile layout. Now, if you are a professional, be sure to leave comments and tell me all the things that I'm doing wrong. Having said that, I'm very confident that I've thought through this correctly. If you're a do-it-yourselfer like me, this video will help you answer what's the best direction to lay the tiles. What about the transition from the floor to the shower pan to the shower walls? So if that interests you, keep watching. So the first thing I did is become very familiar with the measurements of this bathroom, and the longest length is from here to that wall, which is right around 9 feet. And then you have to decide, which direction to lay the tiles. Now, a major factor for me is where the toilet sits. So I chose to center the center tile here, and it worked out really well. So there's 3 tiles here, so approximately 3 feet from there to there. And where the toilet hole is for the sewer, I want that to be in the center of my tile. I don't want a grout line, going up to the to the toilet. So I decided to start here, and it just made sense to put them this direction. I tried the horizontal, but it doesn't fit very well. You have to stagger them like I'm staggering them now, but I could get a full tile, again, for cutting out the toilet. To me, that's very important, especially for cleaning around the toilet. I don't like grout lines, going to the toilet. So that was my starting point, and it worked out nicely for going this direction. And I stagger them not evenly at all, but this is like 1/4. This is about 2/3, and I'll just keep that pattern going forward, and then going into the closet space. So going this direction, and I'll have a transition right here. So I kept that line true, and for this little wall coming out here, notched it out. Now the biggest thing for me is transitioning into the shower. Now this is a Schluter shower pan, curbless, and there's just a slight, there's a pattern in these, and I kept the pattern. I made sure that I took a marker and marked the natural lines. It's hard to see, you really cannot see it from the video, but there's just a slight divot right here where the line is at. I can feel it with my finger. And so there's just a slight slope this way and this way and this way, all the way to the drain. It's a little bit more pronounced up here because there's a shorter distance to go. So I kept those. I thought it was very important. I want to make sure that a grout line is on those natural areas where the Schluter pan is sloped. So I just came up with this, and I might cut a couple of these a little bit more closely, but this is very close, and I'm confident that I'll have the right pitch, and all of it's pitched, but just want to make sure that everything drains nicely there. Now you may be wondering how I mark the tile to cut the tile, and the answer is just a very simple process, and it's just regular paper. So this is legal size paper. I had to tape it together, and obviously it was a full sheet, but I put it in place, and I could feel where the divot was, and just marked the paper, cut the paper, and started there, and then I did the same thing with all these other pieces. So I just put paper in place, made some marks, and once a tile is cut, you can also use the edge of the tile to press on the paper, and then you can make nice clean lines. And I changed the design a little bit on these center tiles. So you can see, again, my templates that I was able to put together. So a real simple process. Now what this is part of the shower door, and I'm putting in a Delta shower door. I'll have a separate video on that, but I wanted to make sure that I measured things correctly here. So where the shower door, there's an inner door and an outer door, and the inner door will be tracking on the inside. But where the shower door comes down, you want it flat right there. So I didn't want to slope where the shower door is at. So I was precise in measurement here. So it's 34 inches from there to here. And so this is one tile, not two. So basically it's flat here and then it starts pitching down. And so then these tiles will just keep coming back this way. So the shower floor has its own pattern and design, the floor its own pattern and design. Now, as far as the walls, you can go one of two directions. You could go vertical or horizontal. I'm going horizontal, and the reason is I have a seam right here, and I just thought it would be better rather than go vertical and have the same seam all the way up. I want to stagger that. So I'll be going horizontal, both directions around the shower, all the way to the ceiling. Now in the next video, I will start tile setting, and there's a Kerdi band that will bridge the gap here, both sides, so it's completely waterproof. I'll be putting in that Kerdi band, but I'll be starting back here, and I'll have to cut the hole for the toilet first, but I'll start tiling. If you got any value at all from this video, please give me a like. It costs you nothing, but it's a great value to me. And as always, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.